Step up to the front of your mat, starting today's class with quite a few sun salutations. Now, after we do the first four, which is the first two variations, we'll change things a little bit. Feet together, palms together. First, just the beginner variation, two of these. Gently release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend. Left leg, not too far, knee touching the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cat pose, upward. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, flat. Breathe out, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee touch. Forward bend. And gently up and back. Straighten, let it go. Continue, inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg not too far. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, cat pose with a dipped back. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, neutral. Breathing out, down dog. Right foot forward, left knee touch. Forward bend. And inhale, up and behind. Straighten and release. Okay, Namaskar 1, but we will not touch the back knee to the ground. Otherwise, everything else is the same. The back leg is absolutely straight, and we have a specific design with that in mind. Feet together, palms together. Release, inhale, up and behind. Exhale, forward bend down. Left leg back, absolutely straight today. Into the plank. Down to the ground, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, chest up in cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left forward, right leg straight today. Forward bend. And gently up and back. Straighten, release. One more of that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg back straight. Into the plank. Down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, left leg straight. Forward bend. And inhale, up and behind. Straighten, release. Now we're doing exactly that same thing, but we'll try and add in a standing posture here and there. So remember, all the surya-namaskars today, the back leg is straight. You're not going to touch the knee to the ground. Feet together, palms together. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend down. Left leg back, absolutely straight. Turn your chest to the right, right arm up. Both hands down and plank. To the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, chest up. Exhale, down dog, hips back. Left leg forward, right leg straight. Turn your chest to the left, left arm up. Both hands down and step into your forward bend. Breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. One more of that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg back, left arm up. Hands down to the ground and plank. To the floor, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, right arm up. Both hands down, forward bend. And inhale, up and behind. Straighten, release. Next, very similar to that, feet together, palms together. Slight differences, similar but not the same. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend. Left leg back. Now, back foot flat, heel turning in, and left arm up to the ceiling. Turning your chest to the left. Both hands down and plank. To the ground, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra, chest up. Exhale, down dog, hips back. Left forward. Right heel turns in. Turn your chest to the right. Right arm up. Both hands down and forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, release. One more. Up. Down, breathe out. Right leg back. Right heel turns in. Right arm up. Both hands down and plank. To the ground, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, chest up. Down dog, push back. Right leg forward. Left foot, heel turns in. Left arm up. Both hands down and forward bend. Inhale, up and back. Straighten, release. Okay, last one. Now, to make it easier on your lower back, just make sure you don't step back too long. Maybe your hip is a little higher than the knee, and that's okay because that'll sort of keep your lower back a little safer. We're just starting the class. You don't need to bend too much. Last two for the day. Feet together, palms together. Release, inhale, up and behind. Exhale, forward bend down. Left leg back straight. Body up, arms up. Hands down to the ground and plank. Knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Inhale, cobra, chest up. Exhale, down dog, hips back. Left forward, body up, arms up, nice and slow. Hands down and forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, release. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg back straight, chest up, arms up. No need to look up at the ceiling. Hands down and plank. To the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, left leg super straight, chest up, arms up, slow, very deliberate. Hands down, forward bend, and breathing in, up, up, up and back. Straighten, release. Wonderful work, that's done. Now, when we move ahead from here, we're doing a few standing postures, but what we're doing is we're doing a three-legged down dog. We're doing one standing posture, and then we repeat that three-legged down dog on the same side. Don't be confused. Watch for the cues, listen for the cues. All right, let's do this. Come to the front of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, fold over and step back into your down dog. Now pay attention to right leg, left leg. Don't be confused. Shake about a little bit. We're just ready to start. And let's go. Right leg down, left leg up, open hip, three-legged dog. Don't bother going too high. It's just the first one. Left leg down. Right foot forward. Back foot flat, come on up, ready for a triangle. Right leg forward, triangle. Breathe in, tuck the hip in, go forward and down. And feel free to do less. You can use a block, you can use your ankle or your shin. You don't have to go too low. Bending the front knee, both hands down to the mat. Step back into the down dog. And once again, right leg down, left leg up. And this time, maybe you can go a little higher. Turning the hip open, shoulders as neutral as possible. Left leg down. Shake about a little bit. We're changing sides now. Okay, let's begin. Down dog. Left leg down, right leg up, open hip. Right leg down. Left foot forward. Back foot flat, coming on up. Ready for triangle on the left leg. Arms front and back. Look ahead. Breathe in. Tuck the hip in as you move forward and then go down. If possible, look up at the right thumb. If not, just look to the side. That's okay. Bending the front knee, both hands down. And down dog. Left leg down, right leg up, open hip. And that's it. Right leg down, knees to the ground. Wait here for a moment. Now we have a testing phase coming up, not a resting phase. We need to put that to the test. I'll just turn around so that you have better visibility. You're on your hands and knees. Open up into the plank, straight line. From here, take your right leg out to the side. About hip level, don't go too high up. About hip level, wait there. Keep facing the ground. And just for a few seconds, right foot off the floor. 5 seconds only. And back. Beautifully done. Knees touch the ground. Get your breath back. I'll just turn around. Same thing on the left leg. Plank. Left leg out to the side, about hip level. And let's go left foot off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's enough. Foot down, legs back, knees down, and sit. A little bit of rest. Okay, next. Similar, but of course not the same. Three-legged down dog with neutral hips. Okay, which means you're welcome to keep the standing legs slightly bent. You're more than welcome to do that. Your focus is leg in the air, absolutely straight, and your hips are level. You don't tilt the hips. Hands forward. Let's do this. Down dog. Start with both knees bent. Left foot steps back, so the left leg is absolutely straight. Left leg up, up. Only as high as you like. You can point or flex the foot if you prefer. And maybe right leg straight as well. Maybe not. Left leg down. Right foot forward, a little shorter than the hands. And get yourself all the way up, ready for pyramid. So it's a very average step. It's not too short. It's not too long. Hands on your hips today. Elbows back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Start folding from the hips. Only as much as you like. That's 1/3. That's about halfway. You're welcome to stop here. But if you can, all the way down. Don't force a thing. Make sure you're still safe and comfortable. Inhale, bending the front knee, look up a little bit. Both hands on the ground there, and step back into the down dog. Both knees bent, left leg steps back, left leg up without turning the hip, and if you can, right leg straight. Only if you can. No turning the hip, that's the key here. Leg down, shake about a little bit, we're changing sides. Start with both knees bent, right leg steps back, and straight right leg up without turning the hip, of course. Maybe left leg straight, maybe. Right leg down, left foot forward. Inhale, come on up all the way, ready for pyramid on the left leg. Feel free to readjust your feet. Hands on hips, elbows pointing back. Breathe in, lift your chest up. Breathe out, fold. Stop anywhere you like. Knee bent, look up a little bit. Both hands on the ground and step back for that repeat attempt of the down dog. Both knees bent, right leg back, right leg up, and left leg straight if possible. No turning the hip. And down. That's it. Knees touch the ground. Wait. And let's put that to the test. In the plank, straight line. Breathe in, breathe out, hunch your shoulders a little bit, and right knee to the nose or to the forehead even. Back, breathe out, hunch, left knee to the nose. Back, knees touch the ground. Sit back and rest. Next cycle. Now, again, we're doing a three-legged down dog, but in this case, it's not the leg that moves, it's the arm that moves. Feel free to keep your feet a little wider apart than usual because we're trying to get a twist in. Hands forward, lift up into your dog, and then move the feet a little further apart. Now, it really doesn't matter if you can't grab the foot. You're welcome to do less. So maybe you look like this, and that's okay. Breathe in. On the breathe out, left hand to right heel or right ankle, turning inward. Left hand returns. Right foot steps forward. Come on up. Very similar to the pyramid, same sort of position to start with, of course. And we're going into a revolving triangle. Readjust your feet if needed. Right hand on hip, left arm straight up. Breathe in and exhale. Turn as you descend. Take your time. Starting with the ankle, maybe going to the ground, maybe using a block. Right arm up. Revolving triangle. Bending the front knee, both hands down. Step back into your dog, feet a little wider than usual. And once more, left hand traveling to the right heel. Turn inward, turn a little more than before if you can. Release. Going to the other leg. Breathe in. Right hand, left heel turning inward. Right hand forward. Left foot forward. Nice and slow. Come on up. Left hand on hip there. Right arm straight up. Revolving triangle. Exhale as you go down. Turn as you go down. Start easy. Going deeper only if you think you should. Finally, left arm up. Maybe even looking up at the left thumb. Bending the front knee, both hands down. Downward facing dog, feet slightly wider than usual. And for the last time, right hand, left heel, turn. Pull a little harder, turn a little more. Okay, hands return, knees down. Wait for a second. Now, this next one is quite strong, so I'll give you an easy option over here. And even with the easy option, it's not that easy. And the easy option is you can bend the knee. Let me show you first, and then we'll do it together. So you're in the plank. Watch first. Don't do it just now. Right leg crosses inward to the left. Once you've got that left leg out, back foot flat like warrior two. Now, easy option is to bend the knee. Harder is to keep the leg straight. And from here, you lift the foot off the ground. Now, it's not going to come up very high. It's going to be just an inch or so, right? It's going to be really strong. Feel free to go easy, right? And do not lift your hips up. Try and maintain the straight line of the plank. Let's go. Plank. Right leg crossing over to the left. Back foot flat. Maybe right knee bent for some of us. Let's go. Right leg off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Return. Same thing on the other side. Left leg crossing over to the right. Right foot flat. And if you can, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Legs return. Knees down and sit. We got only one more sequence like that, so don't worry. And this was the hardest one. We're done with that. One more sequence left. Three-legged down dog with an open hip and a back bend. Now, when you're doing this one, remember, open hip, then create a curve, and then bend the knee. Don't do it in a hurry, otherwise you'll flex the hip. We want an extension. Let me show you. So that's your down dog. That's your three-legged down dog with an open hip. First create a curve and then bend the knee. If you do it in a hurry, you'll end up doing something like this. Okay? You want a curve over there. You want an extension in the hip. Fine. Let's get to this. Lift up, downward, facing dog. Right leg down, left leg up, open hip, slight curve, and then bend the knee. Left leg straight, left leg down, and we're now moving into warrior one. Right foot all the way forward, knee bent. Back foot, heel turning in slightly. Then chest up, you're facing forward. Palms together. Reach up for the ceiling and look up. Hands down. Step back into the down dog. And exactly the same three-legged dog. Left leg up, open hip, curve, and then bend. Straight leg, leg down, shake about a bit, we're changing sides. Left leg down, right leg up, open hip, curve, and bend. Straight leg, right leg down, left foot forward, right heel turns in slightly, not too much. Looking forward as you get the torso up, palms together. Do not cross your thumbs, and up. Look up at your thumbs. That'll help you get your head out of the way. Warrior one, Veerabhadrasana one. Enough. Hands down. Down dog. Left leg down, right leg up, open hip, curve, knee bent. Straight leg, leg down, knees down to the ground. Wait for a moment. And sit on your hips with your legs out in front of you. Easy reverse plank with a lift. Now, take care of your wrists. If this is too strong for you, you're welcome to turn the fingers slightly outward or even all the way back. If you turn your fingers all the way back, it's a little harder on the elbows, so choose wisely. Hands behind you, knees bent, feet slightly apart. Now remember, you're not looking forward when you do this. When we get into the posture, you neutral neck or head dropped all the way back. That's when you get into the posture. Breathe in, open up your chest, lift up the hips, and that's a perfect tabletop over there. Wait for a while. Neutral neck or dropping back. Don't look forward like this. Do not lift the head up. Right knee up. And when the knee comes up, don't let the hip drop down. Keep the hips up. Down. Wait for a moment. Left knee up. Bent. Down. And that's it. Hips down. Relax. Shake your wrists. Shrug your shoulders. And that part is done. Okay. Rest for a moment. Lie down. Okay. Roll up. Seated position. Now, everything we do from here is leading you towards the one-legged pigeon variations. Now, we're not doing the complete posture. That's a really strong one, but we're trying to get into a very useful, a very effective variation or preparation mode for the one-legged pigeon. So what we'll do from here is we'll try and prepare the body in bits. So you'll start with the shoulders, then go to the back, then go to the hips, and then maybe try the final postures. Okay, let's do this. Working on the shoulders first. Simple with a down dog on your hands and knees. And the first down dog, bent knees, really trying to open your shoulders so you will not straighten your legs. Lift your hips up and back, trying to touch your lower belly to your thighs and getting this extra curve, extra opening in the shoulder region. No straightening the legs. Really trying to push your chest as close to your legs as possible. Knees bent. Head hanging loose. Beautiful. Shoulders forward, knees down, and relax. Now, here's the next one. And the next one is a dolphin, which is basically nothing but a down dog on your forearms. And we're doing this twice. First, the easy way, and then slightly harder. So, the easy way is with this sort of position on the ground. That's the position of your hands. Fingers interlocked, elbows apart. Let's do this. Fingers interlocked, elbows about shoulder width apart. Lift off. Push your chest towards your legs. And only if you can, straight legs as well. If you can't straighten the legs, don't worry about it. Shoulders forward, knees down, and relax for a moment. Another dolphin, but now it gets stronger. And it gets stronger simply by the way you place your hands. So instead of doing that, you will keep your forearms parallel to each other. Okay? Now, when you keep your forearms parallel to each other, and if you're not used to it, your hands start to move in. So we have a little bit of help over here in the form of a block, and that's the way you will keep your block. You see that? L shape. The block will be in there, and that will prevent your wrists from sliding inward. Block or no block, your choice. Forearms on the ground, almost parallel. Lift off, move your chest towards your legs, and if you're confident, straight legs as well. You'll notice this one is quite strong on the shoulders compared to the previous one. Shoulders forward, knees down, and relax. And that's as far as the shoulders are concerned, they're done. Lying down on your belly, the next part is a few cobras. So now we're working into the middle and the lower back. Rest for some time. On your forearms, easy cobra. Breathe in, and that's it. Elbows out, head down. That's one. On your forearms again, starting in an easy cobra. But then from here, straight arms, supported cobra. Very gradual, very slow increases. If you can't straighten your arms, that's okay. Elbows down, elbows out, head down. Once again, starting in easy cobra. Now we're doing a supported cobra with one arm. Straight arms, supported cobra. Keeping your chest facing forward. Do not tilt, do not twist. Right arm up as high as you can go. Do not turn your body. Down, wait. Left arm up as high as you can go without twisting the shoulders, without turning your spine, nothing. Beautiful. Down, elbows out, head down. Last one. Hands precisely near your chest. And we're going for a proper cobra this time. Now, if you can't straighten your arms, that's okay. And in fact, if your elbows are bent, you'll probably want to release sooner because your triceps might get tired. Slow, looking forward, inhale, up, up, straightening the arms only if you can. Maybe even looking up a bit. If you don't like looking up, that's okay. Beautiful. Elbows bent, release, and relax. Using your hands, push yourself up and sit in simple cross legs. We're now moving to the hips, but as far as the hips are concerned, we'll do it in two stages. First, you'll focus on the outer hip, and then you'll focus on the hip flexor or the front. Simple cross legs, right leg in front. Hands on the ground, breathe in and breathe out nice and slow. Walk or slide forward. Take your time, no hurry. Look up, gentle, push yourself up. Lean back, change the cross. Both hands on the ground, breathe in and exhale. Start moving forward. Look up and gently push yourself back up into a seated position. Okay, now here we're doing something different. For some of us, this will be really strong on the hip and on the knee. In which case, I'll just ask you to go right leg in front, or maybe you can do right leg in half lotus. All right, and that's the easy options. But if possible, what we're trying to do is quite different. It's called Agni Stambha Asana. So, the wood or the logs that you place on a fire, very sort of meticulously arranged. And this is what it looks like. But before we get there, let me show you the easy options again. Just what you did, right leg in front or right leg on top, half lotus. If possible, what you're trying to do is get your shin one on top of the other. So that's the right shin on top of the left shin. You notice heel under knee, heel above knee. And this is going to be quite strong on the outer hip. Over here, if you want to cheat a little bit, you can move your feet a little away from the knees. You see what I did there? I moved my foot uh, a little outside, my knees a little outside. But if possible, you're trying to get foot on top of knee, foot under knee. Okay, careful, this is quite strong. Choose wisely. Let's go. Right leg either in front or on top, or right shin on top of left shin, absolutely parallel. Hands on the ground, breathe in. Careful, this is a lot stronger. Breathe out, start moving forward. Gentle, come on up. Help yourself to release the posture. And then exactly what you did with the other leg, with the left leg on top. So left in front, or left in half lotus, or left in Agni Stambhasana. There we go. Breathe in, hands on the ground. Exhale, start moving forward. Remember, one shin on top of the other if you're doing the full posture. Gentle, using your hands, help yourself up. Release the legs. And legs out in front of you. Shake, shake, relax. Okay, so that was the outer hip. Now, working on the front of the hip flexors, that whole group of muscles. And we're doing it quite simple and quite fast. We're doing two variations of a lunge. Start in a down dog. Hands and knees on the ground. Lift up into down dog. Right foot all the way forward. Back knee touching the ground. Now, for the first one, your knee is directly above the heel. Okay? Your knee shouldn't move. Hands on the ground. From here, if possible, try to walk or shuffle your left knee further back. There we go. Open the distance just a little bit. Once you've done the most you can, point the left foot. And after that, one hand on thigh, other hand on thigh, sit up. Beautiful. Hands down. Now we're not changing legs just yet. We're just changing the variation. From here, tuck your toes under. Walk your left knee forward and forward as much as you can without letting that right heel leave the ground. So you notice there's a massive angle on the right shin here. There we go. Good stuff. Your foot has to be flat. It doesn't matter what else you can or can't do. Sit up And if possible, take your fingers further back, touching the ground, even maybe looking up. Maybe you can't touch the ground, that's okay. Beautiful. Hands down. And now downward facing dog. Same two postures on the left leg. Left foot forward, right knee touch, knee above heel here. Right knee shuffling back, back, and then point the foot. And you still have your knee above your heel. Sit up. Enough. Hands down. Tuck your back toes under and walk the right knee forward, forward, forward as much as you can. So it's like you're trying to get your hips closer to the left heel, something like that. Once you're in position, right foot pointed, trailing your fingers on the ground, sit up, go as far back as possible, and look up at the ceiling. Beautiful. Hands down. Move back into a down dog, shake about a little bit. Knees down, sit, relax. Okay, that's it. We're here at our target. And that is the one-legged royal pigeon, Ek Padaraj Kapotasana, but not the complete posture, just the preps for it. Now, it's still a very good option because rather than focus on flexibility, it focuses on active mobility, which is literally speaking more important. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're not going to do the complete posture, but it's a very accessible and a very effective posture for almost everyone. What we'll do is we do variation two first because, well, it's a little easier. Start in a down dog. Right knee forward beside the hand. Right knee beside the hand, yeah, as far forward as possible. Now we're not crossing the foot inward. You're going to keep that heel over there and you sit on the heel. Once you're in position, point the back foot. Stay here for a while. Now remember, you will only move further if you think it's okay for you. You're welcome to stop at any stage. First stage, with your fingertips, lift yourself up a little bit, just with the fingertips. So your body is a little more upright. You're leaning a little less. Now, walk those fingertips further back and further back, and you're sitting almost upright. If you are upright, I'll say arms out to the side. If that's okay for you, arms up. If that's okay for you, fingers interlocked, bend your elbows, get your hands in between your shoulder blades, and look up and back. Beautiful. Straight arms, hands down, and very gently lift into a downward dog. Shake. Left knee all the way forward beside the hand. Hip sitting on the heel there. Once you got that, point the right foot. Fingertips push. Walk those fingers back. You're a little more upright. And a little more. And a little more. Arms out to the side, maybe. Arms up. Fingers interlocked. Bending the elbows. And look up and back. Beautiful. Straight arms, hands down on the ground. Downward facing dog. And we've come to the last active posture. Right knee forward. But this time you're crossing the foot inward. So your right foot is in front of the left hip somewhere. Now, once you got that, touch the back knee to the ground. And I would really advise you to keep a block under the right hip. And this will just make it so much safer for your hip and your knee. So if you need the block, please use it. All right. It really makes a big difference. Block under the right hip. If you don't need it, that's fantastic. Same stages as before. Fingertips, push. Walk your fingers back, push again. And back, push again. Arms out to the side. Arms up to the ceiling. Fingers interlocked, elbows bent, look up. Straight arms, hands down, lean forward, tuck your back toes under, lift into a down dog. Left knee forward, foot crossing inward, so your heel is in front of the right hip. Now, if your hip is turning or if your hip is floating in the air, please place a block under there. That's what it looks like. All right? It's a really good idea to use that. Fingertips, push. Little more, little more. Arms out, arms up. Fingers together, elbows bent, look up. Beautiful, straight arms, hands down, and gently release. Get back into your down dog, shake about a bit, and sit on your knees. If you can't sit on your knees, simple cross legs is good enough. Inhale, left arm up, left hand on right thigh, turning to the right, right hand behind you. Come back to the center. Right arm up, inhale. Right hand on left thigh, turning to the left. Return to center. Free your legs out. So legs out in front of you. Now, let me show you how we're closing up. We're doing two postures. One is a Pavan Muktasana, so rounded back, head to knees. You know that. But the next one is, well, something like the happy baby, but without any effort. So let me just show that to you, and then we can do both of them one after the other. You're down on the ground. This is your first one, Pavan Muktasana. You know this. The second one, soles of the feet facing the ceiling. Now, maybe you can grab the shin, maybe you can grab the foot, and you're not pulling down too hard, you're just hanging loose over there. That's it. So, grab the shin or the foot. The thing is to keep your shin perpendicular, so you're not pointing your feet there or out or anything. The soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. And at the same time, you're trying to get as much of your lower back and tail on the ground. All right. That's how we finish off today's class. Lying down, knees bent. First, we do a Pavan Muktasana. Breathe in. On the breathe out, knees up. Go for a full grab and head to knees. Release. Next, very gentle, very easy, not pulling too hard. Happy baby, both legs, Ananda Balasana. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling. Knees bent, of course. You're not trying to straighten the legs. Grab the shins, the lowest part of the shin, or the foot. Now you're not pulling too hard. Your focus is to get your lower back and your tail on the ground. That's it, and just stay here for some time. Remember, perpendicular shins, soles facing the ceiling. And release. Beautifully done. Feet down. Feet apart, knees knocking into each other, arms comfortable, and rest. Gentle, shuffle your feet together. Drop down to the side. Push yourself up into a squat. Now, if your knees hurt, please don't do a squat. You can just come up directly. Now, if you're on flat feet and you're comfortable over here, if you're comfortable over here, I'll say arms up. If you're not comfortable over here, I'll say arms forward. All right. Now, if this is still too easy for you, if arms up is too easy for you, I'll say cross your forearms and point your elbows up to the ceiling. So one of those three variations, one, two, or three. Breathe out and breathe in all the way up. Release. Feet apart, eyes open. Take a few breaths here. And if you're feeling all right, feet together. Palms together, breathe in and exhale.